place to catch up with friends, relax in a friendly atmosphere and enjoy great service and food, then Buckley's can offer a fun evening that the whole family can enjoy. In our bistro you can enjoy a selection from our extensive menu, including family favourites. On those sunny days, our alfresco is the perfect setting to enjoy a meal, catch up with friends, or watch your favourite sport on 2 large plasma TVs. Having a special occasion can be made easy by hiring our newly renovated function rooms. Buckley's, a venue of class that provides all your entertainment and function needs.
Welcome back, and as I said before the break, a big round of footy on this afternoon, and I probably forgot to mention, you can catch the action of the North Geelong-Thompson game live on 94.7 The Pulse this afternoon from 1:30, and then at 5 o'clock, all the scores from the BFL, the GFL and the AFL. A great weekend in sport on 94.7 The Pulse. Up at the Duck Pond, Werribee Central's now starting to find some big form at the moment. They take on Bannockburn, who are absolutely in wonderful form last week against the Magpies. Dale, this will be a great game too.
Cardi plays on.
Game if we weren't going to your home ground, this would have been where we had to go to, I think. But Werribee over the last couple of weeks played Anarchy, and I suppose Anarchy not the real opposition, but over recent years Anarchy have worried Werribee. Last quarter they kicked 11 goals there. Last week they kicked 10. So as for running out a game of football, their fitness level's right up. So they're playing some good football, and their revenues to goal are probably more than they've had on recent weeks. And I think if they can continue to get the ball forward and give the young bloke in Acacia a fair run, which we know that Kitchen has been kicking goals regularly. Chug-a-lug, as you call him, Dick, he's up there, he's up forward. But Bannockburn have got the defence that can hold this side down. They might be, hopefully, looking to get back Nayland, who missed last week again. He could come back into the side. Hickleton will be out with a hamstring. But I think they've got enough depth to cover the few injuries. Long trip up the highway, but I think Bannockburn might make it worthwhile, Dick.
Jake.
Yeah, it is probably the match of the round in my opinion as well. I suppose you'd probably have Bannockburn just a notch ahead of Werribee at this stage, but the fact that they're playing up at the Duck Pond, as you were saying, probably levels it out a bit more. And, it could really go either way. I'm going to go with Bannockburn just, though.
Scratch.
Well, Werribee at home always very hard to beat, Dick, but I think Bannockburn are flying along pretty nicely at the moment. I think they'll just get over the line.
Yeah, it was certainly impressive last weekend. We don't want to go into that again. Out at the Ring Road Recreation Reserve, the Bellpost Hill Panthers, they've found a bit of form again too. They take on Anarchy, who were very, very ordinary last week. A very sad day for the Anarchy Roos indeed. Jake, I can't see Anarchy coming within a bull's roar.
Yeah, well, you've probably got the side that had the best performance last week in Bellpost Hill coming up against the side that probably had the worst performance in Anarchy. So they're both at 2 different levels at the moment. And Caleb basically kicked 10 goals. He's been a magnificent find for the Panthers, and you'd have to say that they'll get the job done comfortably.
What do you reckon, Dale?
Yeah, I think so too, Dick. I don't know, they're coming up to the break, whether they'll risk getting Grigic back into the side, Martin and Nathan Lewis. It might be a chance going out to play Anarchy with the side they've got going around. And they've still got plenty of avenues to goals. You said young Caleb basically kicking 10. Justin Tarr stepped up. Kavka's another goal kicker. Pisano kicked goals last week. So again, they're a side that have got a number of players that can go forward and kick goals for them. Their centre line, we spoke about Carter, I think 2 weeks ago. He seems to have a disease. Every time someone plays him, he sits out in one wing and players don't go near him. And they've got some good speed through the middle of the ground. I think they'll win the game.
Too strong Bellpost Hill, Scratcher?
Definitely Bellpost Hill, Dick. I think even with a few injuries they've got to some of their big name players, I think if they get over this week, and obviously with the week's break, or with Queen's birthday weekend coming up, still, I think they should be able to get over the line pretty easy. Yannick aren't really playing that well at the moment. So.
Another very interesting game on this afternoon. Inverleigh suddenly found some unbelievable form, doing the unbelievable, knocking off the Tommy Tigers. They take on Corio. And Dale, this could have been another match of the day.
Yeah, look, on recent forms, Dick, you'd probably think it could have been too. Corio probably just down a little bit last week, but Inverleigh's performances over the last couple of weeks have been pretty good indeed. So they're getting some value out of their big fellas up forward in Owen Lewis, who's is a big bloke. Trotter's kicking goals for them. They're still playing Hickleton, I think, through the back line, but Jace Kelly in the middle of the ground now, and I think he would provide that bit of strength that they probably do need with those younger bodies. So they've got some good young class. But again, I suppose the question is, if Billy Nichols comes into that side, he adds probably 3 or 4 goals. He's a bit like a Scroblack going into the East Geelong side. I think he'd be very important for him. But again, not too sure how his injuries are coming along. If he plays, I'd probably tip the Corio side, but if he's not playing, Inverleigh for me.
Okay, Jake.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised if Nichols came up with the broken hand. I spoke to Ricky O'Toole a few weeks back, and he said that he was still a few away. So maybe after the break you'd think for Nichols, but Inverleigh, they just won't go away, will they? We keep writing them off, saying that they'll come crashing back to earth the next week, and they just keep performing. And they got the job done last week, and
I'm going to have to go out on a limb this week. Well, it's not really going out on a limb, but I'm going to have to tip him to beat Karaya this week. I'm finally giving him credit.
Last time I went out on a limb, the whole tree came down. Scratch up.
Look, with Inverleigh, they've got a very good young list, and we played them in round one, and they're sort of similar to us in a sense, but I just think Karaya just might get over the line. I'm tipping Karaya by 4 points, Dick. How's that?
The battle of East and West. East Geelong Eagles take on the Geelong West Sporting Club out at the Kevin O'Leary Oval out there. Jake, I would think it'd be a bit one-sided the way they're playing at the moment.
Yeah, East Geelong, we tipped them pre-season to be up there, and they had a sluggish sort of start, but now they're really starting to pipe up, and you'd think that they'd get the job done pretty easily over Geelong West, who are obviously struggling at the moment.
Pretty one-sided, Darryl. Instead of Darryl.
That's my other brother, Darryl. Yeah, Dick, look, I just think Geelong West really struggling, and we've had some big blowouts. This is going to be one of the big ones.
Jeff?
East Geelong, definitely, Dick. I think with Adam Scrubback, the way he's playing at the moment, he leads the side very, very well. And as you guys have already stated, West are struggling a little bit, and I think East should win it fairly comfortably.
Out at the Winter Resort, the Belmont Lions, they're probably starting to find a little bit at the moment, up against Winchelsea. And Jake, I just think Winchelsea are close to really coming out with a good win. But I don't know whether they can do it against the Belmont Lions, though.
Yeah, they've been putting in a few decent performances, I guess, since the start of this year. And I suppose last week was probably one of their more disappointing outings. And Belmont obviously were terrific last week. They just strangled Anarchy and only managed to kick one goal for the whole game. And you can never really tip against Belmont at home. Obviously, we saw Karaya absolutely destroy them out there, but you'd have to be pretty confident in tipping Belmont to win this one.
In a word, Dale?
Yeah, look, with their full forward line contingent back in there, with forwards back playing footy now, I think they're going to be far too strong for the Winchelsea side.
Several words in
That's a big word.
Sorry, mate.
Scratcher.
Yes, definitely. I'll go for the Belmont Lions at home. Winchelsea played really well in the first half against us 2 weeks ago. They dropped off a little bit, maybe a little bit of a fitness problem there. I don't know. Not too sure about that one. But Belmont Lions for me, Dick.
Fantastic. Well, a fantastic afternoon of footy coming up once again in the Geelong and District Football League. Have a great call this afternoon, Dale.
Yes, and all the best for your birthday, Dick. Hope you don't eat too many cream cakes at half-time.
No, I've already done that. That's my trouser size in line with my age. It's very scary, isn't it? Jake, have a great call out at Geelong's fabulous Magpies home ground on Saturday.
Yeah, I will do that, and have a good birthday.
And I know the President will invite you in for half-time to have a couple of frothies and a couple of sausage rolls. If I don't get in before you. Scratcher, thanks again for coming on as our special guest this morning. All the very best to you and the North Geelong Footy Club for the rest of the season, and I hope that the Magpies get into the finals and make an absolute cream of it. It'll be very nice indeed.
My pleasure, Dick. Thanks very much for having me on.
Good on you, mate. Well, once again, it's time's got ahead of us. We've another Saturday morning over and done with. Big games on this afternoon. You enjoy your footy. We'll be back again all next week. Stay tuned for the local footy show with Darryl Pittman and the boys. We'll see you all again next Saturday morning. Bye for now.
The place to catch up with friends, relax in a friendly atmosphere and enjoy great service and food. Then Buckley's can offer a fun evening that the whole family can enjoy. In our bistro you can enjoy a selection from our extensive menu, including family favourites. On those sunny days our alfresco is the perfect setting to enjoy a meal, catch up with friends or watch your favourite sport on 2 large plasma TVs. Having a special occasion can be made easy by hiring our newly renovated function rooms. Buckley's, a venue of class that provides all your entertainment and function needs.